Hey, what's up, Grow users? Today, I'm going to be unboxing a brand new tool from Stuff You Can Use in Grow curriculum called SLIDR. And you'll be able to find a link to SLIDR right here on your Grow user dashboard. And what SLIDR is a way for you to create and edit slideshows that you can send over the internet, wirelessly stream it through the cloud to an Apple TV, a Roku, a Google Chromecast, or an Amazon Fire Stick. So we have created apps on each of those 4 streaming devices. And so all you need to do is connect one of those streaming devices to any TV you want and as many TVs as you want. And you can send different slideshows to each one of those TVs. And so you can use it for all the different rooms, maybe for your ministries, or you could put it up in your lobby and just have slideshows on an automatic rotation. And so that's what SLIDR is all about. So let's go ahead and click this and take a look at it. All right, so this is what your SLIDR feed dashboard will look like, and this is where everything is contained inside of SLIDR. And so I will talk about what each individual feed is. You can see you can create unlimited feeds, and on each feed, you can create unlimited amount of slideshow. So let's start with what the definition of a feed is. A feed is basically a connection to a TV. So maybe you want to have a specific TV in your preschool room. So I've created this one called preschool feed. You can create and name them whatever you want. I've also created a feed down here for our elementary room called elementary feed, and I've created one for our youth ministry space called youth feed. And so basically all you would have to do is open up your Apple TV or Roku or whatever streaming device that you're using, download the SLIDR app, open it up, and it's going to ask you for a 4-digit code. And so if you wanted to use this in your preschool room, you would enter the code RIXD, and that would automatically connect this feed to the TV in your preschool room. It's going to be amazing. No longer do you have to download things, put them on a thumb drive, stick them into your TV or something else, or use some complicated software. We've tried to make SLIDR as easy as possible. As long as you have an internet connection and your streaming device is connected to the internet, you can use SLIDR on any TV and on as many TVs as you want in your ministry. And so let's go ahead and take a look at what a slideshow looks like. And so the reason why you might want to create multiple slideshows in one feed is so that you can work on future slideshows. So for instance, if you're doing the series Blast Off in preschool, maybe you want to do each of the 4 weeks and build them all at the same time, since you're kind of in a rhythm building presentations. And so you can turn on each slideshow depending on what the week is. So let's say we're in week 3, you can turn on the week 3 slideshow, and now this is the slideshow that is being sent to the feed. But if we're still back in week 1, you can turn on the week 1 slideshow, and now that's the slideshow being sent to the feed. So this allows you to create multiple slideshows. Maybe you want to use them on different days or different weeks or whatever, but you can prepare ahead of time and put them all in the feed that you want them, and then just turn them on whenever you want. Maybe on a Sunday morning, go in, turn on the feed for that particular day, and now that one's being sent to that TV. So let's go ahead and open this up. And then we'll take a look at creating slideshows from scratch. But you can create a blank slideshow if you want, or you can create a slideshow from Grow content. So if you're using anything, I think from volume 3, maybe even volume 2 and up, but definitely volume 3, I think, it's already preloaded in there for you. So what's going to happen is you're going to get these slides from Grow preloaded, and then of course you can add your own slide over here. You can add text to a slide, you can add an image to a slide, a video, you can add a background, and then you have slideshow settings over here, so you can title your slideshow, you can add a description if you want, you can choose the presentation size. So I highly recommend sticking to the 16:9. That's going to work well on an HD TV. And then you can also turn auto slide on and off in how many seconds or however long you want them to switch. So if you are using this in your lobby, for instance, you can build out the slideshow and say, you know what, change the slide every 5 seconds. And then that way the slides will just change automatically on that TV rather than just sitting there statically. And then if the auto slide is off, then you would just use whatever remote you use. So if it's an Apple TV, you can either control it with your phone or control it with the Apple TV remote. Same thing for any of the other streaming devices. And then you can change the background color, the background images, You can show grid lines. So let's say maybe you're putting text on an image. You see these grid lines that appear now that allow you to line the text up properly and do things like that. But let's go ahead and turn that off. And I'm not going to go into every single feature and function in this video. This is basically just an unboxing video to show you what SLIDR can do. So let's just go ahead and add a new slide to this presentation so you can see what that looks like. And so just like if you're using PowerPoint or any other kind of presentation creation software, you're going to get a blank slide that just has like a title and a subtitle, and you can go in and you can edit those things if you want, change the text. If you want to add a background, you can go in and you can change the color of the background. So let's say we want to do a blue background instead. Okay, we're going to do that. And now the background is blue. And let's say maybe you want to make the text white. You can just come in here, change it to white, and now the text is white. So all of the editing tools and capabilities are there. You can upload and add videos if you want. So you can just drag and drop videos in here. And it tells you, there's just some important things to know, like if you are going to upload a video or use a link to YouTube or Vimeo, you can use YouTube and Vimeo links on Apple TVs, but unfortunately, you need to upload a .mp4 file if you're going to use it on any Amazon device or a Roku or like a Google Chromecast or an Android device. So that's how you add videos. You can add images the same way. So just drag and drop your image. And then once the image is in there, you can make it bigger. It's basically just like PowerPoint, but that you can stream with your Grow content. So let's get back out of here and take a look at creating a new slideshow from scratch. And so when you are creating a new slideshow, it is going to give you the option to create a blank slideshow, which basically has nothing in it and you're just creating it from scratch, or a Grow slideshow. So if you are a Grow user, you can go in here and say, you know what? All right, I'm going to do a Grow student series. And then it's going to ask you, it's going to show you the volumes that you have access to. So yeah, so we have all the way down through volume 3 already preloaded in here for you. Let's take a look at V5. And then maybe you want to do the RAD series. Let's go ahead and do that. And then it's going to ask you for which week. And so then you're going to pick the week and then you're going to hit create. And then what's going to happen is it's going to pre-populate all of the content that we've provided for the RAD series. So you've got the background image here. This is the bumper video. And then we've got the background image again. We've got the big idea for the week. The background image again, and then we've got the 1-minute sermon. And so the reason why we have put the background image and then something else and the background image is because when you're up there teaching and the person, whoever's controlling the slides, is going to the next slide, you're going to want to go back and forth to the background. After you do, the teaching point, you can go back. And we provide you inside of Grow Curriculum like the blank slides, right? Just like the clear background slides. So you can go ahead and add that background slide to your presentation, add your text over top, and you can basically create your own slides that way too. So we've pre-populated like the pre-done ones just to get you started, but you can add new ones. You can take these out. If you wanted to delete one, you're like, oh, you know what? We're not going to use the 1-minute sermon. I'm going to delete that. Okay. So we can delete that slide, and basically you can do whatever you want. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we will be coming out with some pretty detailed tutorial videos soon. But for this unboxing, I just wanted to show you that it exists and to basically give you the basic rundown. So again, you can create a new feed. Let's say you wanted to add a feed for the lobby. Okay. So we're going to create the lobby feed, and then basically all you need to do is scroll down. Where's that feed? Pop up for me. There it goes. All right. Preloading the page or reloading the page. And so here's the lobby feed. There's no slideshows in it, but you do have the code. So, the letter O, H, the number 0, and D. So just make sure you pay attention to that. You may run into issues if you're not paying attention. Maybe I'll tell our developers to not even use O's or zeros at all, so there's no confusion. But that's what an O looks like, and that's what a 0 looks like. Slightly different, so just pay attention to that. But so you can add a slideshow. Let's just say it's a blank slideshow and you want to put a bunch of announcement slides on there, maybe pre-made images you have created, or maybe you just want to add text and put a background, whatever. You can build your slideshow. You can title your slideshow, so you can go ahead and click in there, and you can say, this is the Sunday morning announcements. and then you hit save. And then the one thing you need to know too, which we haven't talked about yet, is you can save your slideshow, but it will not go to your TV until you hit publish. So you have to hit publish. And then once you hit publish, it's going to say it's going to take a couple minutes, whatever, because it's publishing. It's basically uploading all of the stuff you've created to the cloud so that your Apple TV or Roku or Google Chromecast or whatever can grab it. So every time you go in and you edit your slideshows, you're going to want to hit save, and that'll save it to the SLIDR website. And then once you hit publish, that's when it actually sends that feed to the streaming device. And so we don't really have anything in this one, but you would turn this on, and then basically you put this code in on the app on your Apple TV or Roku or Google Chromecast or Amazon Fire Stick, and now this slideshow would be going directly to that TV. So I want to show you how to actually find the SLIDR app on an Apple TV or a Roku or whoever. This happens to be on an Apple TV, but you can go to any of the app stores on those devices and search for SLIDR. Now, make sure that you spell it correctly. There is no E, so it's SLIDR, SLIDR. You will find it in the app stores on all of the streaming devices that we mentioned. And all you have to do is download it. And it's a super simple interface once you actually get to the app. So you'll see once you open it, all it does is ask you for your code. So you type in that 4-digit code that corresponds with the feed that we talked about earlier. And once you put that code in, that's all you have to do. And then next time you open the app, it's not going to ask you for the code again. It only asks you for the code the first time. You can always change the code if you want to switch the feed, but you have to put it in once. And then boom, there is your slideshow. So you just use the Apple TV remote. This is like the bumper video, so you can get the bumper video to play. You can move on to the next slide. And basically your entire presentation that you built is inside of the SLIDR app now on your streaming device. There is a quick breakdown. Like I said, you guys are going to be the first ones using this. We are giving this to Grow users for free. So every single Grow user gets SLIDR for free forever. And then we're going to start making it available to other people too. They can subscribe for like $10 a month or so. But you guys are kind of like our first users and our beta testers. So go ahead, get in there, use it, test it, tell us how it's working. We'll make it easy. We'll put a little link up here for help. So if you have any questions, you can send help directly to our customer support team, and they'll be able to help answer any questions you have. And this will also be in our Facebook groups. So I'll put a post there with this video, and you guys can go in and leave comments and questions on that Facebook post as well. There'll be plenty of ways. You can always email us, kenny@stuffyoucanuse.org. We'll put a little chat box down here too so that you can chat with Allie and the customer service team, and we will basically support and help improve SLIDR as we go. But guys, test it out, use it. Hopefully this is a huge win for your ministry. For those of you that are used to like having to download things, put them on thumb drives, stick them into TVs, or somehow like get content from your computer to a TV. And sometimes it's complicated, or sometimes it's, you need a faster way to do it. If you have like 10 different classrooms or 10 different TVs you're trying to get content to, let's say you have like a first grade room and a second grade room and a third grade room. Now all you have to do is, create an elementary feed, do it once, and then all those TVs and all those rooms, as long as they have a streaming device connected, they will get the content sent directly to the TV as soon as you turn that slideshow on. So I hope this is helpful. I'm looking forward to hearing all of your feedback so we can make it better and more useful. You guys are killing it. Thank you so much for everything you do to minister to kids, teenagers, and adults, and reach the community and families around your church. So thank you very much. I'm excited to get this into your hands. We've been working on this for a while, and it's finally at a place where we can get it to Grow users to start using and testing and giving us feedback. So you guys are amazing. We'll talk to you later. See ya.